Hey everybody, welcome to episode 32. Today's episode I'm going to go over a couple of things that I got in the mail that I've been waiting for. One is the Skreeech. Try to get a little bit of a glare there. The Skreeech 2-pack with the new Skeletor. It's got kind of a Skeletor's got kind of a dusting of like orange on him. He's got a new face. I think he has a hinged jaw, but I'm not 100% certain on that. However, I'm not going to open this on camera. I'll show you. I've got Zoar here because essentially it's the same thing. Zoar is the other bird, and then Skreeech is the bad guy bird, the Skeletor bird. It's the exact same thing. It just has, I think it has different, let me see here. I think it has different, no, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. I thought maybe the backpack on the hawk. I think he's an eagle or a hawk or whatever he is. Was different, but no, it's the exact same. So just like the Zoar set that came with the extra Tila, I'm gonna keep Skeletor just like Tila. I'm gonna keep them in the package. I apologize if there's some noise. I've got the other fan going. It's just like Africa hot in here, and I'm just trying to cool it off in here. So I've got both my fans going. So if you hear some buzzing, that's what that is. They are done cutting the lawn. It's today, so hopefully they don't come back again with that. But anyways, this I'm gonna leave it in there, and I just want the bird out of it. I know it's kind of it's kind of like I had to pay 30. I think it was $35 or $39 for the set, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, it's not like I'm going to get rid of this figure. I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to keep it in the box because I like to keep all the boxes. The other thing I got was this 40th anniversary Weequay for the vintage collection. As you can see, my head's in the way, but that's all my vintage collection there. I don't have a lot of them because, again, I'm only collecting the Return of the Jedi figures, and specifically I'm only collecting the first wave, the 1983 wave. And I've got Lando, I've got Akbar, I've got Klaatu, even though they call him Woof now, or Worf, or Woof, or whatever. But it's Klaatu on top, Reese, Bib Fortuna, and a Biker Scout. And so now I can add this one to that collection. This one had come up before. This is a reissue for the 40th anniversary, but the original one, which came out like a couple of years ago, he goes for like stupid money, like $200. So does the Weequay, or not, sorry, the Klaatu. So again, I had to wait for the 40th anniversary, so I have to wait for the reissue of these. I'm not paying those kind of prices for some of these other figures. But when they do, like, especially this is the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, so I assumed a lot of the Jedi ones are going to come out this year, which it did. So I got this one. I think they have vintage counterparts for every Jedi figure except for General Nadine, I think. Yeah, they don't have a General Nadine. I think he's the only one. I know the Rebel Soldier's a little looking, you know, like the Commando, Rebel Commando. I like the original better, even though actually technically the vintage looks more like the guy or the outfit in the movie. But I like the original better. These vintage, for the most part, for me, are just stand-ins. I mean, I probably won't get rid of them. You know, I like to keep them low because of the retro card, which doesn't have the weathering on it, which is good. And the figure, but they're kind of stand-ins in case they do the retro, vintage. If they do the retro version re-releases, those are the primary ones I'm looking for. And until they make a Weequay, which, if they're not going to make one by now for the 40th, they probably won't. But I'm hoping that they still continue to do retro and they continue to put every one of the vintage ones out. That would be nice. I don't know if they're going to do that, but if they did, that'd be great. But until then, I've got some stand-ins for my to complete my Jedi collection. Like I said, I'm collecting any retro figure. I'm pretty much collecting. I'm only missing 5. I'm not in a big hurry to get them because they might do a. What I'm hoping for is the gift box, because I got the gift box for the first 12 from New Hope. Oh, Star Wars to me, not New Hope. And they came out the second gift set. So I got all 12 of the original. So I'm hoping that they're going to continue to do gift packs, and so all those Empire ones that I missed, like Bespin Luke, you know, Hoth Han, hopefully they put those in a gift pack, and then I'll just buy the gift pack when it comes out. Because again, like the Yoda goes for like $60, and I'm not paying $60 for the Yoda. So hopefully they'll do a gift pack, and again, maybe they'll do a gift pack for some of the other ones too. Maybe they won't come out with carded Jedis, but maybe they'll do like some of these guys and put them in like a second set of 6 and do a gift pack. That'd be nice. But so I've got him for now. He's fine. You know, kind of he fulfills that itch to have a Weequay, a carded Weequay. You know, eventually, I said, eventually I want to open all my Jedi ones and put them on my Darth Vader case, or if they come out with something like a reissue of Darth Vader case, something like that. But for now, it's fine having these. Sorry, I actually waited a little bit longer, and it seems like it got worse with the sleepy thing. That or it magically just get tired when I get in front of the camera. I don't know. So again, I'm not going to open him up, obviously, because he's going to go up on the wall for now until I figure out what I'm going to do with everything. And again, you know, there's the Zoar, so Skreeech is essentially the same thing, just repainted. And then, oh, I guess we can look at it real quick. So I usually look at the box art. A lot of people look at the box art to see if there's any like hints at other figures. And the only thing that's there is Snake Mountain, but I've got Snake Mountain on pre-order, so I know that's coming out. And that's really the only thing left as it stands until they announce anything. I'm going to show you what I'm actually collecting, but until they announce what I'm collecting, anything else, I've got everything after I get Snake Mountain. So this is pretty much one of the last MOTU things I had on pre-order. And I really don't have a lot of pre-orders left for the year. Nothing else really is catching my eye. And so I'm kind of toning it back on the action figure buying. You know, there might be a couple of straggler things that come out here and there. I kind of want a couple of the, some of the Marvel Retro Girls, but like Monica Rambeau, the Captain Marvel, or like the West Coast Avengers set, but I don't even think those are slated to come out until 2024. I mean the West Coast Avenger. I know the Avenger one's coming out fairly soon because it's part of the 60th anniversary. But again, I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not. And the same thing with the Spider-Woman. Maybe I want them, but I don't know if I want them. And, you know, after getting that Dark Star, I know it's an older figure, I mean, a couple of years ago, but with it being so wobbly and the quality on a lot of the Hasbro stuff, I'm kind of hesitant to buy anything anymore. You know, until somebody says, "Hey, they're starting to improve that." And I kind of want to wait for the window boxes to come back too as well. So who knows what's going on with that for now? But by and large, everything's kind of coming to a slow drip right now. I am going to open this because I'm going to put it with. I've got Zoar up there, and I'm going to put Skreeech up there with Zoar. So let me show you real quick. This is my strategy when it comes to He-Man. So that isn't actually the card, the cross cell on the back. That's just like a, you know, I threw this cross cell together with just images. But this is what came out in the original first 1982 wave, and so I have everything except I have everything that's offered. The only thing that's not offered right now, and recently until I heard, like I said, I heard a rumor it's coming out, is the back of the battle ram. So I've got the Sky Sled, which came with Prince Adam, but the back of the battle ram is supposed to come out. They're calling it the Chariot, Battle Chariot, but I'm assuming it's going to come with another Sky Sled, and it may or may not come with a figure. Probably not. But I don't think they're just going to release just this, you know, because there might be a lot of people who don't have this. They're like, well, what am I going to do with this? So they'll probably just come out with the whole thing and just call it the Battle Chariot. I don't know why they don't call it the Battle Ram. And they might still. I don't know. It's just, that's what was leaked out. It's called Battle Chariot. So until I get that, I don't have a complete of everything in the first wave. When I say first wave, I mean the 1982 wave. So I'm not buying I'm not collecting the waves of Origins. I'm collecting the Origin figures in the same pattern as the original waves, because like I said, these are the waves that I had. I collected He-Man from 82 to 84, and I was out of it by 85, so I'm not collecting anything after 84. So here's 82, and then again here's 83, and again I have everything. Now I have Skreeech, sorry, now I have Skreeech, and I just got this, Point Dread, as you saw in the other video. But this is the only thing that's not out, or it hasn't even been mentioned they're going to make. Now this was battery powered originally, and either they're going to skip it all together because they don't want to do anything battery powered for cost's sake, or like I said, you could just push it. They could just come out as not a static model, but as like a hollow model with no electric guts in it. So they might be waiting for that. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. It hasn't been mentioned, but I would really like them to do the attack track. I had this one. Sorry. Yes, I did have the powered one. I did eventually get the powered one, but I had the model too, the monogram model, which wasn't powered. You just pushed it, and the wheels actuated just like they do on the powered one. You just didn't have a battery. You didn't have a motor doing it. You just had to push it along. So they could do that. I would like to see the model personally, because then they're going to do the canopy. And even if they did do this, they probably would put the canopy on it that came with the model, which didn't come with the original attack track, just like they did with the Roton. They used the extra pieces from the monogram model kit, which I thought was cool. So again, almost done. Figures are done. I don't need any figures. I've got all the figures from. I got all those figures. I've got all these figures, and then the last one would be 1984, which is the last year I collected. And I've got the Battle Armor, He-Man, Battle Armor schedule. I got all the figures that you see there, and then I've got Stridor, I've got Roton, I've got the Road Ripper. I said Snake Mountain's pre-ordered to be here in October or September, somewhere around there. I mean, actually, I think it's August. Something else I have on coming in September, but that I believe comes in August. So I'll have both play sets, the Good Guys, Bad Guys layer. The only thing that's not, again, because it was battery powered, and they didn't have a monogram model for this. So the only thing that they haven't mentioned was making a Dragon Walker. As I mentioned before, that was one of the only, I think that was the only thing that I never had. I never had a Dragon Walker. And I thought it was stupid. I thought it was like, oh my god, that's dumb. I mean, I thought the attack track was cool, but I really thought the Dragon Walker was dumb. Yeah, I kind of, even though this looked cool, the Roton, I thought it was a little weird too. So I thought the same thing with Road Ripper. But like I said, by this time I was kind of like, I don't know about this line. But still today, I think this is dumb. However, if they do make it, I will buy it because I want to be a completist. I'm hoping they'll see an attack track and a full battle ram before we see a Dragon Walker. But if we do get a Dragon Walker, I will buy it to complete this. And I'll still probably think it's stupid. And it probably won't be battery powered. So, other than that, I'm done with He-Man. I don't need anything else. I'm not buying anything from the 85 through 87, which they have a lot of it's out. A lot of it's the Horde stuff, and like I said, I got a couple of box Horde. I actually have a couple of loose Hordes, but I really don't want the Horde stuff, and I don't want some of the newer figures that I thought were just kind of dumb. They started getting to like Stinkor and some of those ones. I just thought, like, oh, this line is really kind of dumb now. I thought Clawful. I thought that when I was a kid, I liked Beck and Neck. Clawful, I guess I thought was okay. But I don't know. I guess I did like all of these guys. I don't think there's any that I didn't really. I love Webster. As soon as I saw Webster, I was like, oh, I gotta have him. Yeah, so that's what I'm collecting there with the He-Man stuff. And so let me flip over here, and I'll show you. I'll check these. I think I got them already checked off. Here's the He-Man stuff here. This is my collection, according to actionfigure411.com. And I've got, pretty sure I put Skreeech in here. Let's see. Do you see it? I don't see it. Oh no, there it is. Skreeech. So yeah, so I got that in my collection. Let's see, it's going for $41.95. Yeah, it's about what it costs, $39.99. No, actually, it says he retailed at $29.99. You know, actually, no, I think I paid $34.99 because I got it from Big Bad Toy Store, and they always charge a couple of dollars more. However, Big Bad Toy Store does do a really good job of giving you a really good version of it, and they pack it really well. They're pretty, you know, conscientious about collectors and stuff. So they, even if you don't pay the extra $2 on top of that to get like unpunched cards and stuff, they're pretty conscientious. So I don't mind paying a couple of dollars more just to make sure I don't get a beat up box that would come from like Walmart or something. So I got him, and so he's checked off. Sorry guys, you're running away here. Okay, let's see. Or what else did I get? Star Wars. So did I? Yep, he's right here. I did mark him off. So there's Weequay. Actually, there's the. That's the one that goes for. Oh, you know what? Now the price is average price $54. You know, look at. Oh yeah, look at the graph. At one point, like I said, when I was looking at it back in 2021, it was like $221 for that figure. And it's gone down. It's way down to $52. And of course, the reason why is they did a reissue. Exact same figure. It just has a different, slightly different box with the 40th anniversary on it. So yeah, who in their right mind, you know, unless they're like completed or like a real hardcore collector that has to have first edition everything, you know, I wouldn't spend $221 to get. I wouldn't. It's at $150, $170. Yeah, it's dropped. It was even at. Even back in May, it was still going for $93. And these are the average prices. These are what's considered the average and everything. But now they're at $52. Which is still a lot. It's still way too overpriced. But the price has come down. Same thing with the 9num. Let's see, let's check him out. Yeah, he's dropping too. He was at like one something. And I've got on pre-order. He's the only other character I have on pre-order right now, the 40th anniversary of 9num. So, you know, I'll get him at a relatively regular price because they, you know, they were $9.99, then they're $11.99, then they're $12.99, then they're $14.99, $15.99, and they're $16.99. I think I paid $17 or $18.99 for him on Big Bad Toy Store. Again, they upcharge for the. I mean, it is a perfect card. I mean, it's punched, but. Other than that, I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Yeah, I absolutely love the card art. Love it. So we got him. Again, unless I find something on sale or just by accident or whatever, I'll show you. We'll go to the vintage collection. We'll go to the visual guide here. I mean, there's a ton of them out, but a lot of those early ones are impossible to find, and I don't really care to look for them. Again, like here's Dengar. I don't need any of the bounty hunters because I've got all the retro bounty hunters, and those are the ones I'd rather have. You know, Star Empire. I've got a 3CPO, the original. I've got a 4-LOM, which technically says Zuckuss on this one. Actually, they corrected it here. They put 4-LOM and then Zuckuss, but the original box they got them reversed. With Zuckuss and 4-LOM. So I've got the originals, I mean the retro originals. I don't need any more Jedi Lukes. I've got the Jedi Luke that I wanted. Akbar would be, I mean I have Akbar now, but he would be nice to have a retro of him. Here's that guy I was talking about. Again, I think the helmet comes off, or hat, as Princess Leia calls it. It's just a hat. You know, it looks more like the guy outfit for the guy in the movie, but I just it doesn't look like what I'm used to. I'm used to that older look too. And again, I mean, I don't mind the 84. This would be considered to me an 84 figure, the Wicket. But I'm not. Those aren't the main ones. I want the 83 line because that's when I was really into Jedi, and that was the line. It was the specific wave that I have the most nostalgia for. So. I want that line specific before anything else. I mean, like I said, there's a couple of guys, like this guy never existed in the original So I mean, he's cool because he is on the skiff, and you know, I guess if I was really going hardcore on the vintage, and I had the skiff, I could have got the skiff for like nothing, like $20, but now it's way up to like 40 or 50, or maybe more. But if I had the skiff, which I guess I still could acquire it. Again, the skiff never came out back for Jedi either. But if I had the skiff, then I would go more for the figures that were on the skiff and try to fill it out. And I might even buy two, and if they had enough of the other guys who are on the other skiff that Luke jumps over to, I might even do that. But I don't have the sail. I'm not going to, you know, the sail barge was way too much money for me to get when it was HasLabbed, and I'm not going to go looking for it now. So that just went by me. But I mean, it would have been nice to have a sail barge and two skiffs, you know, and then you could have made maybe some kind of diorama or whatever with the Sarlacc pit. That would have been pretty cool. Been, you know, it would have been the super advanced version of my sandbox system I had when I was a kid with this Sarlacc pit that I made. Yeah, there's a lot of them here, like there's Salacious Crumb, which never was carded. He always came with Jabba, and he's articulated. He's got joints on this one. But I'm waiting for a good Jabba the Hutt playset, which I hope they do. They got a Black Series one coming out. I wish they would have done a vintage, or more specifically, would have done a retro, but they haven't done anything non-carded figure related for retro yet, except for those games, which were kind of dumb. Because I mean, they were not dumb, but I mean, they came with those extra figures, whatever. I'm not buying any prequel stuff. I'm not buying any sequel stuff. Like I said, I had the Emperor's Royal Guard, and I ended up getting rid of it, which I wish I didn't. But I'd like to get one. I mean, two if I really wanted to, you know, be cool. But you know, if it had like the Emperor's Shuttle and stuff like that. But I at least just want one, because that was one of the ones from the '83 line. Got him comes. Is that Chief Chirpa? No, it's Lumat. Okay. I still don't think. I think they might have a Chirpa and a low gray. I know they have a low gray. And again, he's too hard to go after until they reissue him, or just if they were to come out with the retro. I did have him as part of that unset. You can still get him on Amazon for like $15, but I haven't gone after him yet. I've got the Bausch, Princess Leia Bausch in the retro. Sorry. I'm still ticked off about this squid head. I know I mentioned it before, but I want the squid head, and I can't get it. I mean, I can get them, but I gotta buy all those other figures that I really don't want. Again, I would buy them. Here's that skiff. I would buy them if I was going hardcore, vintage, and I was more going towards getting everybody who's in the movie. But that's not my goal. My goal is to replace my toys I had, and I never had that. I never had that, and I never had that set. Where's that set at? My point of my here it is. My point of my contention. Yeah, I mean, I already have Reese, right? I got him. I had to buy him in eBay because he was separated from that set, that Tatooine or that Jabba's Palace set. I have him on card. I don't need another one. You know, I'd rather have the retro one if I was going to get a second one. I want Squid Head. Obviously want the retro more, but I'll take the vintage. These guys, even that's the first guy to go in the Sarlacc pit there. You know, like again, if I was going hardcore in that direction, I would mind, but you know, I'd still end up with two Rees. But the thing is, I don't want to buy all this for just him, so I'm hoping that somebody does the same thing they did with his. When this comes out, somebody separates this set and sells just the squid head at a relatively decent price. When I saw that, I was so irate with Hasbro. I was just like, come on! Serious. It's like they specifically did it to spite us, people like me. I was livid when I saw that, you know? And like I said, there's no need to comment that I have to live with it or something like that, you know. I can't take back the emotions that I have about it, you know. I just love how people give you, it's just like, you know, it's like your mom saying, don't get mad. Well, you know what, I'm mad, so, you know, you shouldn't think that way. Well, I do. So maybe I shouldn't do a lot of things. I shouldn't abuse my body with eating crap every day. I shouldn't abuse my body for smoking for 20 years. But you know what, I did. So You know, eat a dick, pretty much, is what I'm saying. Let's see here. So yeah, so that's, you know, and again, I did have this, the original, and this is obviously a more superior version. I don't care so much about the Chewbacca, you know, comes in it, but it's, you know, $90. I don't want to pay $90 for that. I guess it should, I mean, if it was 15 and 83 4 times, it should cost around 60, so it's about $30 more than it should cost, so I just find it to be a little too pricey. You know, I mean, like I said, back in the day, you know, obviously you want something bigger, something that costs more. You know, you buy an action figure for $3, a Star Wars figure. Oh, I want, you know, a speeder bike. Oh, I got to pay like $7 for it, $6 for it. Oh, I want to buy, you know, the ATST. It's like, oh, it's $15. That's the price of 5 action figures. Okay. But the thing is, you know, action figures now these are $18.99, almost $20 a figure for these 3 3/4 inch figures. You know, so 4 times that would be $80. That's an asinine, and it's still, you know, I guess so. It would be 5 times. So you'd say 5 times as much. So yeah, it would be about $100. I don't know. It just seems like it wasn't a big jump in 1983 to go from $3 to $15. I mean, it sort of was a big jump, but something like you could say to your dad, "Hey, Dad, can I get this? How much? $15 to $15." You know, catch him on a good day, he'll probably buy it, which he did. But, you know, nowadays you're going like, hey, you know, can I get this $90, almost $100 thing? It's just like, it seems like $100 is like having like $20 in your pocket nowadays. It's a decent amount of money, but it's not a lot. You need a couple more 20s. I need a couple more hundreds to buy anything. Like I said, I just ended up, I took advantage of the what do you call it, the Prime Day on Amazon, and I ended up finally ordering my my stereo receiver and my turntable. So I've got that coming, and they were like 48% off. And the turntable, I got an Audio-Technica turntable, and I've never seen it go on sale. I've never seen it go on sale anywhere, you know, on Amazon or wherever. It's always been the same price, and not only was it on sale, it was per near half off. So I'm like, I cannot pass that up. There were supposed to be birthday presents from other people, but, you know, getting the logistics involved to get people to organize your birthday gifts when they ask you what you want, I just pulled the trigger myself. And the receiver as well. Receiver was 48% off. You know, per near half off. So, you know, I got the stereo receiver and turntable for half off, essentially. You know, free shipping, just tax. I couldn't pass that up. So I did order my system. So I'll be able to play my records now that I'm collecting. I'm hoping to go on my vacation when we go, which actually, take it back. If you're watching this, I have already gone on my vacation, but I'm technically taping this before my vacation. So maybe I went to a record store in Grand Rapids and found some records that I'm looking for. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But no, I haven't gone yet. So I'm looking for some records. There's a lot of records online you can buy reissues for. Like all my Rush albums, I can pretty much get all of them, including like the live albums like Exit Stage Left and All the World's a Stage or Show of Hands. I can get all that stuff, but they're all like $25 to $30, and those are on sale from like $40. And like, that's, I don't know how many studio albums that was, and if you add in live albums, you're talking like $500 drop if you're going to get all reissues of all the Rush albums. And I would like to find just decent copies used from vintage ones, but, you know, I might spring for the moving pictures. I'll probably spring for some of them. I just obviously not right now, after dropping, even at discount, dropping a bunch of money on my system. So again, I might get into records here in these videos, because like I said, my love of music and my love of comics and my love of this stuff, I mean, it all revolves around collecting, and it all revolves around things that, you know, obviously make you happy. Collecting, which in turn makes you happy, and a lot of stuff just has like for me, it all kind of bleeds together. Like I said, music and art, music and comics, music and even like movies and stuff, it all kind of just melds together to me. it just kind of form a, you know, form a tapestry. Sorry. Yeah, so I'll probably probably start doing that as well. I mean, I only got like about 20 records right now, so I don't have a huge collection going. But once it gets bigger and more comprehensive, I'll start flashing those and going over some of that stuff, telling you why I like albums and what I think of certain albums. I'm not going to really buy an album I don't like, even if it's, there's certain bands that I just don't care for the album. So, and Rush is a good example. I don't like anything after Presto. Roll the Bones, I kind of liked, but I really didn't. After it was like Roll the Bones to me was like the Phantom Menace. When it came out, I was jazzed. I was all about Roll the Bones. Like, oh, we got another album 2 years after, or 3 years after. In '89, what do you call it? Came out Presto. I loved Presto, and we get 3 years later, we get another Rush album, and I was so excited. And it was just like Phantom Menace. I was so excited to get a new Star Wars movie, and after the fact, after all the dust had settled, I realized I don't like the Phantom Menace, and I don't like Roll the Bones. The Dreamline's okay, which is like their main single off that album. But I really don't like Roll the Bones itself. I hate that get back, relax, look at the facts. That part, I can't stand that part of the song. It's just super cringe. And I have some fondness for Counterparts just because, like, me and my buddy, we rode to go see Living Colour in downtown Ann Arbor at the State Theater, and that album had just come out. It wasn't even out in the stores yet, and they played the whole album, and they basically started when we got in the car, and we listened to the whole album all the way to Ann Arbor. And so I've got sort of a soft spot for Counterparts, but at the same time I really don't like the album either. I really don't like Cold Fire, which I think was their big single off there. Test for Echoes I don't like. Net Girl, oh my god. Well, what Neil was smoking at that point, or what he wasn't smoking at that point, but it was pretty oof. And then of course Vapor Trails I kind of liked a little. I'm going off tangent here, I'm sorry, and I'm talking about stuff if you guys are into this stuff hardcore and you're not into the music, especially Rush, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'll have to do a record collecting / listening to reviewy kind of thing too, just like I'm doing with all this stuff. All right, so we can close the chapter on this. And again, the Masters of the Universe stuff. Just gonna go back to my thing here. I'll just pull up the Origins sheet just for a moment here. I'll be doing on time. We're at 33. It's probably a shorter video. Probably wrap it up here in just a couple of minutes. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm not collecting. I don't really care about any of the. I've got this exclusive, and this is the only exclusive I really want out of everything here. I didn't want Eternity. I wasn't going to pay what they wanted for Eternity to begin with, but I really, it's not on my list. I never had it. And I saw it at Kittyland there, the bottom of that one shelf, and I still want it. And then here, okay, I still have I thought they had the box, because the box has been revealed for Snake Mountain. I thought they'd put the box on here, but they haven't done it yet. So, and here's just so in case you guys realize, that's how Zoar came, the extra Tila. And yeah, that's weird. Is it a little boy here, right? Got the little boy playing with Tila, and then on Skreeech you've got the little girl playing with. I'm assuming that's a girl playing with him here. I don't know. It's weird. It's not a big deal. It's just weird. There's little things like that I just notice. Especially in the weird landscape of everything nowadays. Just people got you hypersensitive to seeing stuff like that. As before, I probably wouldn't even have noticed. I probably would have still noticed that as in the 80s. Like I said, I got really angry when I saw. I never had a My Buddy when they had Kid Sister. I was like, oh come on, they got to have a girl one too. And then, like I said, She-Ra kind of broke me on Masters of the Universe. It's one of the other things that broke me was She-Ra. Looking back on it, I like She-Ra now, but back then, it made me angry. I was young boy. It's like, you know, a young boy, and you want to bring a girl into the special He-Man Woman Haters Club? So, alright, I think I covered all that. Again, this is kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I'll come up with something for tomorrow. So remember, I should start saying this at the beginning, because I noticed, I looked at my analytics, and a lot of people are only watching like 5 minutes into my videos. Maybe I babble too long, I don't know. But maybe they look at, what's he talking about? Okay, that's enough, I don't want to hear anymore. Which is fine. But one of the other analytics I had was, well, there was also one with only 20% of the people viewing my videos are subscribed, so it's weird. I don't know if you just don't want me in your subscription folder or whatever, but just hit the subscribe button. I'm not begging you. I'm just saying it just seems weird to me that you watch more than one of my videos and you watch these. It's like I go through my stuff. It's like I pretty much subscribe to everything I watch more than one video of. You know, and I edit it. Maybe later I'll clean up my subscriptions, and these ones I haven't watched in a while, or they haven't really put anything out that I like, but it'll help me out. It'll help grow this channel, you know. Maybe it'll turn the channel into something you do want to watch. So, you know, you would help by subscribing, you know, do that stuff. I see people are liking, you know. I like comments. You know, like I said, I got a negative comment. You know, it's water under the bridge for me. You know, it's pretty hard to phase me and stuff. But you know, I'm sure I'll get a lot more negative comments as it goes. I mean, like I said, I don't want to be a contrarian, and I'm not purposely being one, but I probably say a lot of things that rub people the wrong way when I say I don't like something, and people are just, they don't understand why I don't. How can you not like it? I just don't like it. You know, I don't like mayonnaise. You know, is that a problem? You know, I don't like liver. Is that a problem? I don't like. There's even stuff that people love, like ranch dressing. I don't like it. Is that a problem that I don't like it? Can I not like Frank Miller? Can I not like Alan Moore? Can I not like, you know, 90,000 Batmans? You know, I have that right to not like it and don't like it, you know? So people say, well, I don't know how you don't like it. Because you're not me. If you were me, you would know. But you're not, and it's impossible for you to be. So it's okay that I don't like things that everybody likes, you know? I don't, like I said, again, I don't go out of my way to purposely not like everything just to piss people off. Which that kind of fun. I don't do that. But you know, yeah, certain things are off-putting to me. Certain things, you know, I see and I just have a knee-jerk reaction. I don't like that, and I move on. You know, and I might tell you about it. I might tell other people, like, yeah, I really don't like such and such. I don't really like that album. I don't like that band. I just don't know why it's a crime to not agree with everybody else. I think that people who do that, who don't agree, you know, they get mad because you don't like something they like, is they're not sure if they like it themselves. And if you don't like it, then you cease to validate their justification for liking it. So, I mean, I like what I like, and I'm not apologetic about anything, and I don't like anything because everybody else likes it. I like what I like, and I hate what I hate. And I'm not about to apologize about that. I'm not going to follow the bandwagon. You know, trust me, my whole life, I've never followed the bandwagon. So, that's just what it is on that. So, like I said, if you want to make comments and stuff like that, I'm not telling you not to. Go ahead and say whatever you want to say. I'm just saying, bear in mind that if you're trying to rattle me just because maybe people are just bored and that's what they do is they go on YouTube, let's just see how many people are going to rattle. And they're going to rattle me, you know. There's pretty much not that many things you can do to get me upset, you know. As long as it doesn't involve my son and it doesn't involve my money, I really don't care what you think. So, out of that, and I guess that's a good time to close it out here. All right, 40 minutes. All right, so I'll catch you tomorrow with another video. Don't know what I'm going to say. Like and subscribe. And just another reminder, I'm going on vacation, or I have already gone on vacation, but I'm not gone on vacation. Well, actually, no. Why would I say that now? Yeah, because I'd already been back. So at this point, you wouldn't care. But because I probably said it every single video, the 5 videos up before the vacation. So, all right, let's scratch that. All right, just tune in tomorrow if you want to. All right, talk to you then. Bye.